Hi and welcome. In this short Python Pandas dataframe tutorial, we will learn how to slice a Pandas dataframe. In a previous video, we learned how to use Pandas head and tail. However, Pandas head and tail only show the first X and the last X rows respectively. What if we wanted to check row 1 to row 5 of a Pandas dataframe? To do this, we can slice the dataframe. Slicing can be done by typing df, given that your Pandas dataframe is called df, and put 0:4:1 within the brackets. It can also be done using Pandas loc and Pandas iloc. Make sure you watch the entire video to learn the differences between loc and iloc. Hint, I will reveal some of the differences in the end. Let's start coding. Okay, so as usual when working with pandas, we import pandas as PD. So here some variables that I will create, and we create a dictionary, and from this dictionary we will create a pandas data frame. So you will always find links in the description below. You will find a Jupyter Notebook, you will find a link to a pandas data frame tutorial, and other useful videos that I've uploaded. Okay, so we can have a look at the first 5 rows of this data frame, and we can see here that the index starts on 0, goes to 4. So number 4 is the 5th row. So we can slice it by typing 4:10:1 within the brackets like this, and it will print row 5 to 10. Okay. Now we continue this pandas tutorial by using loc to slice the pandas data frame. So it's basically the same, but you will see a difference here. df.loc 4, yes, the same, but here 9 because it's the index, and comma colon within the brackets here. So the same result as previously. If we would want to print the 10th until the 15th row and all columns, then we do like this, 10, 14, and this means that we print all columns. So it's slicing the data frame based on the rows we put in only. Okay, but say that we want to print out the 3rd row and 1 column. When we use pandas loc, we can put in a string as the second argument here. So we can have condition, for instance, condition, and we may only want to print the 3rd row, and we'll see we get the value here, effect. Okay, so we can print the entire column like this. Then we get all values in this column. This will say, on the column will say that we take all rows. We can continue. We may want to select 2 columns. We want to slice it on 2 columns. We want to slice on group. Then we can input a list here like this, and then we get condition and group and all rows. And we may just want to print the 5th until the 10th row like that. Yes. Okay, we can also use df.loc to slice the columns from one column. So if we want to print row 5 to 10 and go from the column subject ID and forward, we just type subject ID and colon like that. And you see we can change this to trial to get the last two. Now we will continue this Python Pandas tutorial by slicing the Pandas data frame using iloc. So now you will notice a difference when I start. So I remove this and I add this, and we will use iloc. As you can see here, the indexes, you see the difference here. Of course, all the columns are present now, but you can see here it's only print until the 9th row here. So this is one of the differences. So we have to put in 10 here, and then we get the same output as df.loc, but with 4:9, colon within the brackets. So another difference is if we would want to use iloc and slice the row 5 until row 10, but only the column condition. You will see now what happens. So we get a type error. Location-based indexing can only have integer slices, etc. List-like type of integers, Boolean array. Okay, this means that if we want to have the row condition, we have to put in 0 here when using Pandas iloc. If we want to slice and only see the columns condition and group, we have to put in a list here, and the number is it's the third for column for the group. So like that. So say you want to print from the column subject ID and slice the data frame. When using iloc, we can put in the column name as a string. Here we have to put slice like this. Yes. Now you know how to use Pandas loc and Pandas iloc to slice a Pandas data frame. Okay, that was the coding. Now to the difference between loc and iloc. Well, loc gets rows or columns with a particular label from the index. So df.loc can take a list, like in this example, with strings. So these are the labels for the column condition and the column group. iloc, on the other hand, gets rows or columns at a particular position in the index. So it only takes integers. So in this example, you will get the same output as if using loc, but you have to put in the column number. This is the first column, and this is the 4th column. right? Hope you learned something. Make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Bye!